All right, guys, we have our board meeting starting. We have our quorum. We're going to open public session. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Since we have an Eagle Scout group back there, would you guys like to lead us? Ready? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So when you guys write your opening letters about what you did at a board meeting, just say that you were involved in the pledge. So we are calling to order our annual budget hearing.
I'll use the keyboard. Thank you. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our budget hearing. I apologize, I'm a little under the weather, so I'm going to try to get through this as well as I can. Thank you for all of you that decided to join us today, especially Boy Scouts. It's nice to see students in the midst as we're talking about the budget for next year. So this evening, Mr. Osorio and I, our business official, will discuss a couple of things. One is that we're going to look at the district highlights in terms of what we did last year, currently this year, the 25-26 school year, and we're going to give another overview of our revenue expenditure proposal, as well as the possibility of what a contingency budget would look like for the Southern Richards School District. So it's interesting, when I put together these two slides, the next two slides, which are the highlights of the 25-26 school year, it's interesting when you look at some of the things that we've done as a district over the last 10 months. You don't really realize it as you're doing it, but when you begin to create a list as to what you've done, it's quite amazing. So in terms of the instructional enhancements that we have across the district for the 25-26 school years, we look predominantly at a couple key areas that had a lot to do with the Board of Education goals that were developed in August of 2025. And predominantly we looked at how do we prepare our students, our high school students, for post-secondary endeavors in terms of college. So we ran a lot of different activities throughout the school year, predominantly our college essay writing workshops that are coming up in May. We had a college fair, we had college information night, we had financial literacy workshops, we had NCAA information workshop, which was new to us. We've never done this before. It was predominantly geared towards our parents as well as students that would like to play athletics on the collegiate level. We also had quite a successful SAT preparation workshop, something we haven't done in a couple of years. We implemented it again this year. I think the students as well as the teachers responded very well to it. I received a lot of different accolades regarding the performance of our students as they sat for the SATs back in May. A couple of our students sat again last weekend. So they feel, I think from what I've heard, they feel a lot more prepared in terms of taking the SAT. So that was really good. The other thing that we kind of looked at from the instructional point of view is closing the instructional gaps, especially in the area of literacy. So we did implement a new literacy program at the elementary school, which is magnetic literacy. That is a K-5 program. We also implemented our Ready Diagnostic, which looks at students' performance in reading as well as mathematics. We also implemented a literacy academy from grades K-8, which identified the students that were struggling in the various areas in reading and writing. We had a great turnout in terms of students that participated. We had a lot of family and student input in terms of the success of the Literacy Academy. So that is something that we hope to look forward to in the future. And finally, what we did also is that we implemented a lot in terms of professional development. So we looked at some of the student categories that we have across the district that really required some additional individualized support, such as our E&L population. We did some professional development in artificial intelligence, and we did a lot of work on the curriculum side in terms of curriculum alignment and data development, data inputting in terms of how we utilize data in the classroom to inform our instruction, inform our assessments, and to help students perform better on formalized or summative assessments. The next thing that we did is we did a lot in terms of facility enhancements. So last year, when the Board of Education developed their goals, one of the primary goals of the Board of Education was to look at facilities. I think that the community is fully aware that for years, there were a lot of things that we could have done that we didn't do. So we paid a lot more attention to enhancing our facilities, identifying areas that we needed to repair, identifying areas that we needed to enhance. And some of the highlights of this year, as you can see, there's quite a few things we did, but predominantly we did the renovations of the auditorium, secondary auditorium, where we utilized our reserve a capital reserve account to fund the complete cost of that renovation. We also renovated the boardroom, as you see here. We renovated we added athletic signage to the secondary complex. For years, we had these wooden signs that were in disrepair. So we did allocate funding to change that, so we did that. We are in the process of renovating the APR, which is the all-purpose room. It's a secondary gym at the elementary school. At this time, we painted, we did some small internal work, and over the summer, we're going to complete that work. We also did the elementary walkway, which is one of the pictures here. And the last thing that two things I want to mention. One is that we did the Unterchuck resource room. So I think the community is aware that we do tuition students from the Unterchuck Nation, from the Puspachuck Reservation here in Massac. They come to us, they have been. It's a long-standing relationship that we've had with the Unterchuck Nation for roughly about 60 years. So they are a great piece of our population, a great asset to our population, where they add a sense of diversity, a uniqueness that is somewhat different than St. Mauritius. So we embrace that, and we redeveloped their Unterchuck Resource Room. It is a space where students can feel safe, where they can provide support, they can seek support from individuals that are there to aid them. The other thing that we did is that we renovated the high school lobby. We renovated the high school welcome area to allow it to be a space that would be a lot more welcoming to guests as well as students. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our business official, Mr. Osorio, to continue our presentation.
Good evening, everyone. We are going to do like a little summary of all the budget season, and we are going to start with the revenues.
Oh, my bad.
So, at the end of all the budget season, we actually have recorded the revenues for 2026, 2027. Next year, we will have $56,193,689. That keeps us within the allowed levy. That means that there will be an increase of 1.69 budget to budget. This is a really important figure to know, is knowing that there is like a lot of expenditures that they are coming to our school district, especially in benefits side. We have the expenditures for this year. Again, since these are balanced budget, we will be spending the same amount as our revenues. We can see that salaries is almost 50% of our budget this year. A big portion benefits, 26.2%. we have actually another big portion is buses and transportation, 6% and 5.1% respectively. That brings us to our three-part budget. So we are spending 10% in administrative cost. Of course, the high expenditure in school districts is the instructional part. That's 79%. For $44 million and $383 for $39. And our capital budget, which it's like our custodial department, all the infrastructure part, it will be at 11% this year. The budget proposal will be for $56,193,689. And basically that's the proposal that we are approving on the last meeting. What is important for the community is the tax rate projections. As we can see in this table, we have like a regular tax projection. The numbers here are like estimates. There are no like setting table because we don't have the assessed value, but we are projecting that we will have like an increase within the same range that we were having in the previous years. The tax rate for next year will be 3.0696. Now let's talk about the contingency budget. So when a school district doesn't pass the original budget, we have a second chance to present a budget, a review budget. We can present the same budget or review the budget and decrease some numbers. If in the second chance we don't pass the budget, we have to go under a contingency budget. What that means is like we cannot increase our tax levy. So if we don't increase our tax levy, basically we will have to reduce our budget by $792,458. What does it mean is like we will have to reduce our program, which is our faculty staff. We have an estimate that we will be having to reduce around 4 or 5 FTEs. In the capital side of the things, we actually will have to limit the access to like the outside organizations. They wouldn't be able to use our facilities in the afternoons. It wouldn't be any extracurricular activities. And in the administrative cost, we should limit the benefits for some of the latest benefits that we have incurred in this year. Basically, as we can see in this chart, in the bottom line is like that will reduce the flexibility in our expenditure. We will have to cut like vital programs because the goal of the district is to keep the instruction as our main and primary goal for the next years. And that also will reduce the improvements and investments in our facilities, which in the previous presentation we have been noticed. We have been showing that we have been advancing so much in this year.
Mr. Osorio, can I just interject for
Yep.
1 second? One of the things that, the reason why we built this particular slide is so that the community really gets a good understanding of what a contingency budget would entail for Santa Merchants, and it would entail the same details for any district on the island. What that really means is that you cannot increase your tax levy from the previous year. So we would have to take our adopted budget and we would have to find an additional $792,000 that we would have to cut. Or there's another possibility where you would revise, the board would choose to revise their original proposal and then submit it to the community for their approval. If that fails, then we automatically go to a contingency budget. With a contingency budget, unfortunately, the ability to allow us to allow third-party groups to utilize our facilities will be limited. Because what the regulations state is that you cannot allow a third-party agency to utilize your facilities if it's at or of any cost to the district. That would include electricity, that would include personnel, that would include perishables. So unfortunately, the facilities will be shut down for any outside organization to utilize our space, which I think would be a shame to see happen in Santa Roches. Sorry for now.
Nope, that's good. So basically, that the main goal with a contingency budget is to preserve the educational services, and we will get rid of any extra that we have. We hope that we are not going to get into that instance. We are confident in our budget this year. Please come to vote next Tuesday, May 19, 2026, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the library. This is how the propositions will look when you receive the ballots. And we have 2 members for election this year. The names are in the ballot. This is the timeline for our budget presentations. Next, we are going to be, we will have the budget vote. Any questions from the board?
So,
Say any questions from the board at all?
sure.
Yeah.
So, So the location of the budget vote will be the high school library. It has been there for the last few years. We think it's an ideal location because of the traffic. At the same time, from 4:30 to 7:30 that evening, we will have a celebration of America's 250th independence. I have to give a lot of credit and thank the efforts of our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Data Management, Dr. Botcher, for organizing it. We think it's going to be a great event. We have food trucks coming, we have music performances, we have arts and crafts. We're celebrating the timeline of America. We're celebrating a lot of the different countries that contributed to America's foundation. So that will be at the same time. We have outside groups helping us with it. I know PTO is planning to have a station there as well as they did last year, where they will be giving out popcorn and cotton candy and doing other activities to get the vote out. So the vote is going to be on Tuesday, May 19th from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the high school library. We would love for our entire community to come out to not only celebrate the activities that we have planned that day, but also to make your vote count for us. Thank you.
At this time, it's for general public comments regarding the budget hearing. So this is an opportunity for members of the public to comment on the proposed school budget hearing presented this evening. Speakers are asked to sign in with the district clerk, state your name and indicate your topic of comment. Keep comments brief and limit remarks to no longer than 3 minutes. Focus comments on proposed budget and related matters. Refrain from discussing matters involving specific district personnel or individual students. Please stand and speak into the microphone so everyone present and those joining us live stream can hear you clearly. Do we have any public comments? Mr. Strobel.
Can we ask questions during the public comment period?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please. The reason we're going to ask you to speak into the mic because it's live stream.
My name is Herb Strobel, Santa Maricha's resident. Just a couple of questions, I guess, for Mr. Osario and the board in general. So, given that the state budget has not been approved, can you speak to how that's factored into the calculation?
So yes, even though the governor budget is not passed yet, we actually have included an estimate for the percentage that we are confident that we will receive in the next year for the foundation aid.
And just as a follow-up, when you say you're confident, I mean, based on what?
So we have internal meetings between our group of business officials and the superintendents as well, that we have received information that right now the government budget is no stopping the education side of the things, is the other matters, and we will be receiving the 2% that we.
So if I could interject, Mr. Osario, we believe that we're going to get the 2%. Right now, the governor's budget has proposed a 1% increase to foundation aid for Center Merchants is roughly about $145,000. We're hoping that it will come in at another 1%, which will be 145, but we did budget conservatively where we only allocated 75,000. So we are, right now, our budget proposal predicts another 0.5, not a full 1%, on top of the 1% that the governor originally proposed.
Okay. And just, I guess, two more quick questions. Mr. Osorio, and you may not have these numbers at the top of your head, I completely understand that. In terms of benefits, I think it was about 26% of the anticipated cost.
Yeah.
Historically, going back a few years, can you speak at all to, has that fraction changed, increased, decreased?
I have reviewed the last 4 years, and basically the benefits are in the same range of percentage. Its salaries and benefits are almost like the same percentage every year because they keep increasing.
No, I understand they keep increasing, but I'm wondering, is benefits becoming a greater fraction of the pie? That's my question.
Yes, it's becoming like a greater portion of the
So
pie.
it is becoming a greater portion.
Yep.
Not just numerically, but also fractionally.
Yes.
Okay.
It definitely is. That is a factor that increased our budget by about $1 million this year.
Right. My final question is, has the budget mailer gone out?
It's going to go out tomorrow, but everything is published right now in the website.
I understand that, but the budget mailer is going out
Tomorrow.
because there's a number of residents in the community who.
Yeah, it will be tomorrow. We just receive our printouts.
Okay, so we should receive it in our mailboxes at least a week before the budget vote.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
by
correct?
Monday probably everyone will be receiving the
All right. Thank
budget
you.
brochure and the 6-day notice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments regarding this? All right. So I'm going to move to adjourn the budget hearing. Can I get a motion? Motion. Can I get a second? Second. All in favor? Yes. So now we're going to call, we're going to do a repair reserve public hearing, so we'll call to order for our repair reserve hearing. And I'm going to turn that back over to you, right?
So the main goal of this hearing is like to consider the withdrawal of funds over like district's repair reserve. For necessary and no recurring repairs, specifically those will be used in the boiler, in the elementary repairs, and in the asphalt, in the high school circulation bus, and in the back parking lot. The amount of the withdrawal will be for $58,355.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. 58 what?
It's $58,355.
This is to make whole.
This is to make whole the money that was overspent, correct?
It's two components. One is that we had quite a few repairs that we had to make at the elementary boiler system. I think the community is aware that we are working on a boiler system that's over 60 years old. So this year, because of the frigid temperatures and because of the just the winter that we had this year that was not similar to previous winters, we did utilize the boiler system a lot more, so we did have significant repairs that we had to make to it. That is replenishing, or that is going to allow us to pay for the outstanding invoices that we have. The other, I believe it was about $36,000, that's allocated to the secondary parking lot and the bus loop asphalt. We had some significant damages as a result of snow removal. There's quite a few sinkholes that we have to repair. That is going to be about $32,000. That is going to be the use of the repair reserves, because right now we don't have additional funds in our general funds to support that. And that is the purpose of a repair reserve when you have emergency repairs that you have to make. That's why we're asking the board to support this.
Any questions at all? This is an opportunity for members of the public to comment on the proposed repair reserve hearings presented this evening. Public comment
will be conducted in accordance with the guidelines established for the budget hearing mentioned earlier within this evening. Any questions?
Again, Herb Strobel, resident of Center Riches. A couple of questions, I guess to Mr. Soto and/or Mr. Rosario, Dr. Soto and/or Mr. Rosario. First question is, how is the repair reserve funded?
The repair reserve is funded through surplus at the end of the school year. The board has to allocate exactly how that surplus is used, and it is used to repair it is used to replenish the 7 reserves that we have in the district.
So just to be clear, make sure I understand it. So if the district ends up with a, quote, surplus at the end of the year, the board then has the ability to then allocate that among 7 different reserves.
That is correct.
And if there is no surplus?
Then we would not be able to continue to fund those reserves.
And if there is a negative balance in the operating budget?
Then we would have to either make a resolution to utilize the reserves that we currently have in place. We do not perceive that we're going to find ourselves in that situation. We feel that our current revenues are enough to support our expenditures for the next 2 months.
And what is the current balance in the repair reserve?
Right now is $280,000.
And what is the current balance in the aggregate for the 7 reserves?
If I'm not mistaken, right now is $7,611,000.
I'm sorry, say that again, please.
The balance of all the reserves is $7,711,000 in change.
7 million.
Yeah.
7,700,000. So nearly 8 million. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. In all of those reserves.
In
And
all
can
the
you-
7
In all those reserves, and just as a general rule, we are we can fund those reserves more. We have more room to fund the reserves. So
And my final question is, can you list off the 7 different reserves? Not the amounts, just the categories, please.
yeah, we have a capital reserve, the repair reserve. We have a EBLAR reserve.
I'm sorry?
EBLAR, like the Employees Benefit Liability Reserve.
Okay.
We have the ERS reserve and the TRS reserve, and the unemployment.
What was the last one, sir?
Unemployment.
Unemployment.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think it's also good to know that a lot of the projects that we do are aidable too. So, like the auditorium, part of that was aidable. So we get some of that back.
Any other questions? So I love the questions because they're informative. I think it's helping us get this information out to make sure that it's going. The mailer question, I just went to my right and said, are we getting that out tomorrow? Yes, that is going out tomorrow. If anyone does not get it and we hear, does it go in the paper as well, or?
It's actually posted in our website already, both of
So,
them. But
to the point of the community side, some will see that, some won't. So the mailer is still very much a big staple of probably 40 to 50%. So we just want to make sure that, so I went to my right just to kind of follow up, but, let's see. Move to adjourn, repair reserve meeting? Motion, do I have a motion? I thought Dawn was gonna go for a minute. All in favor? Yes. Yes. Let's see. So, use of reserves. It's very different this time. I'm used to like a consent agenda item and it's all there. And so, be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Center Merchant School District hereby authorizes the withdrawal of $58,355.38 from the district's repair reserve fund pursuant to General Municipality Law 6D for the purpose of funding non-reoccurring repairs to the boiler system at Clayton Huey Elementary School located at 511 Main Street, Center Moriches, New York, and asphalt repairs at the Center Moriches High School located at 311 Frowen Road, Center Moriches, New York. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Yes. Yes. Miscellaneous. We have field trips. Be it resolved that upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education approves the following overnight field trips for the 25-26 school year. My Brother's Keeper in Albany, New York. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Yes. Informational items. Holy. All right, I asked for this, I guess, in the beginning of the year. Holy smokes. School budget, we'll start with they're all important, but we'll start with the top down. School budget vote and election, as a reminder, Tuesday, May 19th from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. High School Library, 311 Frowen Road, Center Riches, New York. And again, we will make sure that we are putting that out everywhere. Next regular Board of Education meeting, Tuesday, May 27th, 2026. Upcoming district and community events. It gets busy. 5-6 through 5-8, Frost Valley for grade 8. Saturday, 5-9, PTO Mother's Day plant sale, Clayton Huey front lawn, 9 a.m. until sold out. So hopefully people go there early and sell them out till 11 a.m. and they can go home. Monday, May 11th, Clayton Huey Spring Concert. That is in the high school auditorium, 6 p.m. Tuesday, 5/12, May 12th, Unified National Banner Ceremony, high school gym. For those that don't understand what Unified is, it's Special Olympics and general education students playing together. They were nationally recognized by the Special Olympics. That is not an easy task, probably one of 8, maybe, that was recognized in New York State. Wednesday, May 13th, Clayton Huey Mathletes Competition. It is an all-day in-school event. It is in the science lab. I'm assuming that that's just a notice, right? No one can really watch that, or? Okay. May 13th, there's a PTO meeting in Clayton Huey Cafeteria at 6:30 p.m. May 14th, RDPC meeting, Red Devils Pride Club meeting, is high school cafeteria at 7 p.m. Thursday, May 14th, middle school spring concert. It is also in the high school auditorium from 7 p.m. Saturday, May 16th, middle school jazz band music in park at Six Flags. Monday, 5/18, Clayton Huey Art Show, 6 p.m., all-purpose room. Tuesday, May 19th, school budget vote and election, high school library, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday, May 19th, Melting Pot of America 250th anniversary celebration, 4:30 to 7:30, high school campus. While you're there, you can vote. May 20th, facility, health and safety committee meeting, 4 p.m. Thursday, May 21st, Art Honor Society induction ceremony in middle school gym, 6:30 p.m. Thursday, May 21st, high school concert and art show, high school auditorium plus middle school gym, 7 p.m. Oh, all right. Just to reread that again. The middle school gym will have the art show, and then the high school concert will be in the auditorium. I just kind of read it as I was stating it. Monday, 5/25, school is closed. Memorial Day, Center Riches Memorial Day Parade, sponsored by the VFW, Post 414, is on Main Street at 9 a.m.
Excuse me, Brian,
Yeah? Did I miss one?
the, board meeting for the May
27th?
27th, where's that being held at?
Oh, district office, boardroom, May 27th.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right. Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
7:35 p.m.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.